Bro, I need you to listen to me. The reason that you're not making 10K a month isn't your offer, it isn't your script, it isn't your niche, it isn't your outreach channel, it's none of that stuff. I just hopped off a call where the average agency owner is making 10.7K per month. Yes, 10.7K monthly recurring revenue. That was the average agency owner. Some were doing way more, okay? That was just the average, which means half do better. And I can promise you, from having coached over 700 plus agency owners, from scaling 3 of my own agencies to 10, 21, and 50K per month, and speaking with agency owners every single day who make anywhere between 0 to 70K per month, the reason that you're not making money, and the reason you're not at 10 or even 20 or 30K a month yet, isn't because your offer, your script, your niche, your whatever. That's not the reason why. Because guess what? Let's be honest here, right? You have access to the exact same information that I have access to, that all of my clients have access to, that all of the people in the SMMA space have access to. Like, all of us have access to the same materials. As a matter of fact, most of us are in the same niches with the same offer, with the same outreach channel and the same scripts. And so the reason as to why you can't close or why you can't scale isn't because of those things, because I could give you any one of my successful clients, scripts, niches, outreach channels, you name it, and you still wouldn't succeed. And that's because of one thing. That is because of one very simple thing that we get that talks about, people talk about it, but no one really takes it seriously. And that's your mindset. You see, you can have everything the same as somebody else who's making, 10, 20K that I'm mentoring. Yet you still wouldn't succeed. It's because you don't have the right mindset towards it. See, that's the biggest problem, is most people, you can have whatever you want, whatever script, whatever outreach, whatever niche, pick whatever you want. If you don't have the right mindset and the right environment, which are the foundations, nothing else will matter. It's like trying to build a skyscraper using little popsicle sticks or straws. It would just crumble. It doesn't matter how tall, how nice, how beautiful, how good the skyscraper is. If the foundations aren't set, everything else will crumble. And the foundations for your business and for your success is your mindset, and it is your environment. So now if you can understand this, if you can understand and grasp this concept, you can make so much money, especially now heading into 2025, new year, you new, right? It's time for you to understand this concept and master your mindset. I meet so many people. I've met people who have made, I've actually met billionaires, but we'll keep with the agency space. I've met people who have made hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? But who have lost it all because they don't have the right mindset. I've met people who've never made money because they have the wrong mindset. They go into it the wrong way. It's like going into a basketball game, but thinking you kick the basketball. Like, it doesn't matter. You're going to lose because you don't understand the foundations and you're not playing the game the right way. And that's like going into business with the wrong mindset. So you need to understand that. Now, in order for you to then go and put yourself in the right mindset, there's a couple things that you can do. Number one is you have to surround yourself with the right people who will open your eyes, who will change your paradigms, who will warp your reality, who will change your values and your actions and your beliefs. You need to surround yourself with people who can show you it's possible. But more important than that, maybe you're already doing that and you still can't seem to do it. You still can't seem to get to 10K. And that's because while you may have those things in check, you may have those people around you, etc., you yourself have the wrong mindset. You don't view money the right way. You're approaching business the wrong way. You don't even understand the core philosophies of starting and scaling a business in the first place. This is one of the most common things I see with the people that I mentor one-to-one. Right? It's that they have all this stuff, right? They have a good, maybe they don't have a good network. We'll just assume maybe you do have a good network. If you don't, start there first. That's the most important thing. Maybe you do have a good network, right? And you've got good scripts, offers, etc., yada, yada, yada. But the problem is they approach business the wrong way. They approach business as, I want to make money. I want to make money. I want money fast. And so what happens is you start to give off this aura, this vibe on cold calls, on sales calls, in your ads, in your copy, that you're just there to take money. And when some guy calls you up with an Indian accent and says, hello, beta, check your refrigerator, it is not running. You just assume that he wants to take your money. Even if he says, oh yeah, here's a Google Play gift card, do this, do that, bumbity bum ba bum, you still won't take him up on it. Why? Because you can feel that he's in it for more than helping you. You can feel he's in it for the money. And that's how most of your prospects can feel. And what happens is when you give off that energy, they start to look down at you because they look at you as, oh, I have something you need. Instead of you looking down at them going, I have something you need. Do you see how the power dynamic changes? Right? From when you want money, you give the prospect power because they have the money. But when you don't care about money, you say, dude, I don't give a shit about money. You now have the power, because now money's not in the equation. You have the solution. They want the solutions. Now they're looking up at you. Now you have the power dynamic. And guess what? People want what they can't have. So look what happens. Now they're drawn to you, and you have all the power because you're up here. See, this is the power of having the right mindset. And so now, without changing any of your questions, without changing your offer, your script, etc., you fundamentally change the way you approach business and how prospects view you on calls, the vibe you give off, the tonality, the energy, etc. From this mindset shift. But the thing is, you don't just have this mindset shift. This is why people pay me to get mentored by me, so I can help them have this mindset shift. You don't have to. You can if you want to, but you don't have to, because I'm going to explain it to you, right? So in order for you to have an abundance of money, it's hard to do when you have no money. If you have money, this should already be easy, which is why it's easy for people who are already making money to make more money, right? Because they already have this abundant mindset, because they don't need more money. They can already live. So let me ask you this question. Right now, what's your ticket price? 1K, 5K, 10K, whatever the case is. Let's just say it's 3K for easy, for sake of numbers here, 3K. Let's say right now, 3K popped into your bank account. Just one time, out of nowhere, 3K popped into your bank account. How would your life change? Tell me exactly how your life would change. Would you be able to move to a new country? Would you be able to buy a private jet or the watch you always wanted? Or would you be able to retire your parents? Or buy that dream car? Like, what would you actually do with that money? Or would you maybe, like, spend a little bit of it to, like, pay your go-out level bills and, like, maybe run some ads and, like, maybe, like, buy some food? Let's be realistic here. You probably wouldn't do much. You probably spend a little bit of it and then let the rest just sit in your account because it's not significant amount enough money to do anything with. And so that's the mindset you have to have in the call of, like, dude, your money won't change my life. Whether you pay me or don't pay me, my life is going to change. But I have the ability to help you, which will change your life. And that's where the focus needs to be on. Is that you have the ability to change their life. You have a solution that could stop every problem that they're currently going through, and you can help them get that. And in return, they pay you some money, but who cares? The money doesn't mean anything. It's just numbers on a screen that people made up one day because they didn't want to, instead of trading, berries for cowhide, they said, hey, let's just introduce this thing in the middle, so therefore we can, extrapolate this into wider things instead of having to carry our berries and cowhide everywhere. Simple as that, right? Guys, I know gold is introduced, yada, right? But just an easier, current, it's just an easier medium for exchange was money. Plus the government controls it and it's rigged and bullshit, which is why I say it's fake in the first place. Money isn't even real. It's literally numbers on a screen that the government can just decide to increase or decrease at their own free will. So it really just means nothing. And I don't know why you value it so much to where when you hop on the call, people can feel that. You give off that aura. You give off that energy that you're just there to take their money. And guess what? That implies that you're probably not very good at what you do. It also implies that you care more about their money than you do about their success, which makes people not believe in you, and therefore they don't want to buy from you. Also, people don't want to buy from people that are lower than them. People want to buy from people that are better than them, that will solve their problems. And so if you give out this vibe and this aura that you suck and that you're a little beta bitch, no one's going to give you their money, which is why people, people always are drawn to the top. It's why the top companies go. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer, because people just always want the best. Therefore, they're always drawn to the top. It's just how it works. That's why there may be an agency that's objectively worse, but since they have other clients, everyone goes to them because they're the top dog, and people just assume that must mean that they're good at what they do. And therefore, they want to go with them because their belief. And this is what I mean. That your mindset is so important. And there's so many other things to this, like shiny object syndrome. Right, one of the biggest things are doubting yourself or second guessing yourself or feeling hopelessness or having many unanswered questions. Right, there's so many things that can go wrong in the mindset thing, which is why if you don't have your mindset under control, you will never make it, and it is the reason why you are not making 10K a month. Okay, so if you want my help, right, like if right now you're going through stuff and you want my help, hit me up on Discord. You can click the link below. You can even book a call on my personal calendar and chat with me. Not a sales call. Okay. No NEPQ, none of that bullshit. You can just chat with me and see if I can help you. And if I can do that, I will. And if not, I won't. It's like what I've been teaching you guys. I don't need your money. My life won't fucking change. I don't have a rented Lamborghini or fancy penthouse. I've got enough money that I won't need to work for the next fucking a ton of years. Okay? Your money will not change my life. But maybe what I can help you will change your life. Right? Same thing I'm teaching. Practice what you preach. And so I don't whether you say yes or no, it doesn't matter. I just know that I have something that can help people and therefore I'm an offer to people. And if they say yes, great. And if they say no, it doesn't matter because once again, I have abundance. I don't care. Right? Of course I want to help, but if you say yes or no, it doesn't matter. My life doesn't change. I view money and life abundantly. And that's the mindset shift you have to have, right? And there's so many other parts of this mindset shift, like even just having a positive mindset, right? So many people are so negative all the time. And when you put negativity out in the world, what you put out comes back. And so when you constantly just spew negativity will only come back to you. When you're constantly complaining and bitching and crying, guess what's going to happen? Only bad things are going to keep happening to you because you are reaffirming to the world that you are a negative person, negative things will happen to you. And so you wonder why life is so bad because you always talk about how bad it was. When I got depressed a couple years ago, I was like, oh, okay, I'm depressed. Okay, well, shoot. I better tell people I'm depressed so I can have an excuse for why I am the way I am. And so I would go tell people, and they go, yeah, you are depressed. And I would I would go out there and seek validation for the fact that I'm depressed so I can feel good about myself so I can be like, oh, Stefan, you're right. Yes, you were depressed. And so I go to my doctor, my therapist, my counselor, and they would all say, yes, Stefan, you're depressed. I'm like, and despite the fact that no one wants depression, we're happy that people said, yes, you are depressed because it validates ourselves. And we as humans want and crave validation. Right? When you're in a romantic relationship, you crave validation from the other person all the time. Like, it's just what we do. And so we crave validation. When you crave validation for negative things, you find it. And then you reaffirm those negative things in your head. And it's this endless, perpetual cycle of negativity until you're just drawn into the cyclone of just complete and utter hopelessness. This is why your mindset is so important and why so many people fail, because they lock themselves in a little fucking room, shut off the lights, talk to nobody, try and figure it out themselves, and then wonder why 2 months from now they hate themselves, they made no progress, and they feel like they've even regressed rather than progressed. It's because your mindset. It's because your mindset. That is the most important thing when it comes to business. It is your mindset towards the business. If I didn't have my mentor, I would not be where I be. There are so many questions I have on a day-to-day basis that I ask him. And more often than not, it's not even business questions. It's personal questions. It's limiting beliefs. It's values, etc. Right? It's breaking my paradigms. And sometimes you just need someone to be like, yes, you're doing the right thing. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. You're doing the right thing. Right? Sometimes you just need that little nudge of somebody like, hey, you're good. Hey, man, you're good. You're good. You're good. Right? You're good. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Like those little things in life, even think back to when you were a kid, right? Like let's say you're running a race, or you're swimming a race. Yeah, you're good, keep going, you're doing good, keep going. If no one was doing that, you would have just stopped. And that's how it is in business. And that's why sometimes we need someone just to be there by our side and just make sure our mind is in check and make sure when shiny objects come up or when things come up or when doubts come up, we can just have someone just annihilate those right away. That's one of the most powerful things about being surrounded by a group of guys around you or having a mentor, etc. Is the ability for someone to be like, hey man, no, screw that, do this, do that, you're good. Keep doing what you're doing awesome, keep it up. Right? To have that conviction of, okay, I'm on the right path, I'm solid, I'm good, I'm chilling. It's so powerful. And if you can't control your mind, you can't control your life. Because guess what? Your mind controls your thoughts. And your thoughts control your actions, and your actions control your future, and your future controls your life. And so if you can't control your mind, you literally do not have control over your own life, which is why everything starts here. Every little thing starts here. I don't care if you're running a business or if you're planning to become an Olympian or if you just want to get an A in school. It starts up here. So if you can't control this, you can't control anything else, because this controls what you do, and what you do controls your life. It literally is that way. And so if you can't control this, you might as well just be a feather in the wind and not do anything, because if you can't control your brain, you can't control your mind, you can't think for yourself, you're done. Like, why try in the first place? Because it's sooner or later, it's going to all come tumbling down if you can't control this, which is why it's so important to master your mind. And the thing is, you don't just do it sitting alone watching some YouTube videos. That's not how it works. You need to actively be working on it and be with people to be like, hey man, yes, you're doing good, you're doing that thing, right? To ask questions, right? Imagine if you went through school with no teacher and no friends, and you just sat in a classroom by yourself looking at a projector telling you what to do. You probably wouldn't pass because you'd have so many unanswered questions and you'd feel so lost. And the second that, you blanked out and missed something and the projector went past it and the thing is past you can't go back to, you'd be like, wait, what's going on? Right? And you'd be so lost, you'd be so confused. Nothing else would make sense and you would just give up. That's how it is in business when you try and lock yourself in a room with only YouTube videos and have people saying, do this, but you can't ask questions, you can't get feedback, you can't iterate. You're just setting yourself up for failure. And so do not do that. Do not do that, because it is how you can ensure and surefire way to failure before it even starts, right? So make sure you have the proper foundations. Make sure you lay the correct foundations for your business, which starts with you. You are your business. So therefore, if you and your brain are not intact and not aligned and not on the right page and not in the right mindset, nothing else you do will matter. It doesn't matter how hard you work, how good your script is, how good your niche is. Nothing will matter if this isn't intact, right? Most problems in business are just a reflection of personal problems. I coach a lot of people. I mentor a lot of people. Most problems in business are just a direct reflection of personal problems, which is why you have to sort this and you out first. That's the most important thing. So that is that. Okay, go control your freaking mind. Okay, and go be positive. Go with the right mindset because it'll change your life in business. It changes your life. Alrighty? It changed mine and it'll change yours as well. So like I said, if you want help from me, great. You can click down below and get help from me. And if not, then continue watching my free stuff. I hope that this will help you and inspire you. That's my goal, right? Like I told you earlier, abundance. You want it, great. You don't, it doesn't matter. I'm still going to keep posting these videos every single day, or I post like every other day. I post every 2 days. I'm going to keep giving value and keep helping you out best I can. That's that. Ciao. Take care. Have an amazing day. Depending on what time you watch this, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, and peace.